Hey everyone, this is just a rapid faculty guide for running a lecture in Teams for the MCG Pandemic and Medicine Elective. So I thought I'd give a quick run through of best practices just for presenting to the students. So the first tip is really, if you are going to be the presenter, try to have nothing else open on your screen at this time. So this really helps with any bandwidth issues. So really the only two applications you want open when you are presenting are Microsoft Teams and then your lecture slides. So you can see down here we have Teams downloaded. So I'm going to open up the Teams application, and if you click on this Teams icon here, you get to the main landing page. So this is all the teams you're part of. All lectures are going to be presented through the MCG Pandemic Medicine Elective. So if you can't find that, just click on this icon here, Teams, and then this will show up. So we're going to click on Pandemic Medicine Elective, and then we have all these channels available. So the main channels numbered are really for the students. So primarily for us as faculty, we're going to be using the faculty channel. So that's any communication within the faculty. This is not available to students. We wouldn't use this for any lectures, but if we have offline content we only want other faculty to see, then this would be the faculty channel. For the purpose of lecturing, we're going to use this channel. So this is going to be the main lectures and discussions channel, and this is where the discussions in large group are going to occur with the students, but this is also where the actual meeting will be available for the students to access and where you will be lecturing from primarily. So I'm going to go to the general channel as just a test. So for example, I have set up a lecture test for Friday today at 2:30 p.m. So everyone who's part of this channel can join this test meeting starting at 2:30. So if I click here, you can actually see that I get to a meeting invite, and if I click here on join, I can actually join this meeting. You can actually join early if you want, but you can join this meeting. And once I join this meeting, I would have all the normal access features to our normal video conferencing. So I'm just going to start a video conference in a separate channel as an example, just to show everyone what that looks like. So if we're starting a meeting, so I'll start a just general meeting here. One tip is to turn off your camera. So when you are presenting as a faculty member, I would turn off your webcam just to save on bandwidth, and we'll just do meet now. And so you can see basically I am the only one in a meeting, but anytime you are a faculty member in a meeting, you have the ability to see on the side the other individuals invited. So for a large meeting, what you're going to see is the people who are currently in the meeting, and you're going to see all of us as faculty will be owners, and then we're going to see all the list of students. And when that comes up, if other people join, if you are the owner of the meeting, you can actually mute all of the participants. So we have the ability to mute and unmute all participants. You can see here, if I don't want to see the participants, I can close that. If I want to access the chat that's going on as part of the meeting, I can see that. I would highly recommend not opening this while you are giving a lecture. Now, the main thing you're going to do once you're on the meeting, so if you started it or someone else started and you joined, all you need to do to share your lecture is first of all pull up your lecture slides. So I'm going to pull up my lecture slides here so no one can see this at the moment. So I have my lecture slides pulled up, and then I'm going to click back to the meeting and I'm going to share. And when I click on share, as long as I don't have very many things opened up in the meeting, I should be able to see the slides. Now, if you're using a Mac, you have to enable permission. So I'm using a Mac, and right now my Mac does not want to share my screen without permission. So I'm going to open permissions, and I'm going to tell my Mac, yes, it's okay. And I'm going to say later, and that should allow me to share my screen. And you can see here, once I've given my Mac permission, I can share any screen. And this is why it's very important to have as few other windows open as possible, because you're going to have the fewest options of what to share. So I can share my whole screen. I can share my Microsoft Teams. So I would share basically myself in a meeting. I can share the other window I have open, which is the security and privacy, or I can share my slides. So I'm going to choose sharing my slides. And when I do that, now I am only going to see the slides. And so right now you can see this red box around here. This is what the students are seeing. And so I could give my presentation, I could advance through slides. So I can hit play here, and then I can advance through the slides, and the students would be able to see my slideshow. And then if I want to stop sharing my screen, I'm going to pull this in here. So if I want to stop sharing my screen, I just click this window here with an X on it, and I can stop sharing my screen, and I can go back to the meeting. And then I can look at the comments. I can see who's participating. I can turn back my web camera. So if I want to turn my webcam back on and people want to see me, I can turn that on and off. So that's the basic checklist of things you want to do. You really want to go to your team. So we're going to go back to this team. And then once we're on the team, we want to make sure we're on the main discussions and we're joining into that channel.